Hi, everybody. I am actually sitting in my car waiting at the bus stop to get my son off at the bus. But since I got some time on my hand, I figure I will begin, the story that I mentioned in my last post. But before I start, what I do want to do is say that anything that I say is solely based on my experience, my feelings, the way that I felt during that time, after that time. And I will not mention any names. I won't mention any identifiable features or characteristics. And I would like it, or I appreciate it, if a lot of my friends who walked with me through that journey or that I confided in, if you would not mention any identifiable features about, the people or person that I'm talking about. With that being said, the intention for this isn't to I'm not angry anymore. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. It's just to tell my story and to hopefully empower somebody in order for them. Maybe they can tell theirs, or maybe it'll resonate with somebody and make them feel like, damn, it wasn't just me. I wasn't alone. So this relationship started like most relationships. It was great. It was really, really good in the beginning. There was a lot of fancy romantic dates, a lot of flowers, a lot of attention, a lot of late night long conversations. And, I'm just going to go ahead and say this, and I'm not trying to be petty or anything, but when I went into this relationship, I was trying something different. I was dating outside of my norm. A lot of times we gravitate towards people who tend to look a certain way that we like, or we have a type. So I was going outside of my type and trying to find, something different. And it just so happened that I found it in somebody that I typically wouldn't date. Right. So I'm going to leave that at that. It started off good and our personalities were great. It just so happened that he was super funny. I thought he was brilliant. Not gonna lie. I'm a sucker for, an intelligent man. What happened during that time is we ended up moving in together. Long story short, we got married. We wanted to start a family. The first time where I saw where there may be some issues, I was about 3 months pregnant, and he went out with his friends, and I decided to, I fell asleep on the couch waiting up for him. When he came in, he was irate. Woke me up, going off. I don't know what the fuck is going on around here, and just saying random shit. And I'm me waking up out of my sleep. I'm thinking that, maybe they got in trouble. Maybe they got into a fight. Maybe, cops or something happened, but not realizing his anger was towards me for absolutely no reason at all. Cause we were fine when you left, we were fine. In the middle of all that, trying to get him to calm down and not understanding where his anger was coming from, I got upset too. So because I got upset, he didn't like that. So what he did was mind you, I'm 3 months pregnant, grabbed me like this, both hands, you should have seen this man. This man really wanted to fight me. He really wanted to fight me. But me being the woman that I am, first of all, I'm 5'10". I'm 200 pounds. You're not about to whoop me. We gonna fight. So I think because I stood my ground the way that I did, the fuck is wrong with you? And it didn't go the way he thought it was going to go. He kind of back down, and I don't know if it was because of he saw that we will be in here fighting. We will fight. You will not beat me up. This ain't that. But I think he also came to his senses too, because you can see it in his face, kind of relax a little bit. And so after, all of that was said and done, he went his way in the room. I stayed on the couch. The next day, there was a lot of apologizing, a lot of, I won't do this again, blah, blah, blah. And I chalked it up as, just him being drunk, and it won't happen again. I mean, we had some beef for a while. It was cold in the house for a while, but we came back around. Then there was another issue where I'm going to say about a year later, we had a different house. I had already had the baby, and the baby was in the room right next to us. We had a connecting room where the door was open. The baby's in her bed sleeping. I'm sleeping. He went out again with his friends. Comes in. I'm woken up again that night with him just opening, closing drawers and just slamming dresser drawers. For what? And I'm oh my God, what is going on? Same shit. just mumbling random, the fuck, I'm tired of this fucking shit, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what are you tired of? Like, again, escalated. I got up out the bed. I got dressed. I grabbed my baby. We're leaving. At this time, I wasn't working. I was a stay-at-home mom because I was, you know, getting ready to have a baby. I was nauseous, sick all the time. My whole pregnancy, could barely work. But I did start taking classes. You know what I mean? I was going back to school. So he was a sole breadwinner. I relied on this man for everything. He chased me out to the car. I got the baby. He's telling me I'm not going nowhere with his fucking baby. If I take his car, he gonna call the cops and tell the cops I stole his car. Whole time this is going on, I didn't realize that our new neighbors, a couple, they'll probably, you know, comment on this because they're still friends with me. They saw the whole thing, and they mentioned it the next day because I didn't see them. How he, you know, like, damn, that was really fucked up. He chasing you all out the house, all the shit he was saying, all the names he's calling you. So it was such a emotional night. Like, I didn't know what to do. So I remember he was chasing me to the point where like he was aggressive before. I didn't want to go there, and I got a baby, so I'm feeling helpless. I ran to the police station, and I'm crying in the police station, but the officer wanted to come over to the house and talk to him. But I was like, you know what, don't do it, because I'm like, that's my husband. I don't want to get him in trouble. So the officer recommended I just go to a hotel for the night, which I did. And then I came back. I'm going to stop there, but I let that go. I let it go because it was two isolated incidents a year from each other, and I just chalked it up as him having really fucking bad nights. I don't know where this unsolicited anger came from because it wasn't my fault. I don't know why he was so angry. I think I know now why he was so angry, and it had absolutely nothing to do with me. But at the end of the day, I took the brunt of it. The reason for mentioning that is like when stuff like that starts to happen and it's not your fault, like take that as a red flag. Seriously, take that as a red flag. Take that as like this person might be a little unstable, and just get out. Just leave. Just leave. All right, so that's all I have to say for today. I'll probably post another video in the next day or two. Stay tuned.